Hello, beautiful... Hello, beautiful people. Today is Thursday, which means it's the beginning of a brand new week. Now I've confused you? Possibly? Maybe? The reason it's the beginning of my new week is because throughout the week, as I mentioned in my previous video, I do my filming throughout the week, editing on a Wednesday, Patreon on a Wednesday, Thursdays onto YouTube. So yeah, today's a brand new week. Now I did say in my last video that I would talk a little bit more about why my videos are so current. Well, it's simple. I like to keep it real. I like to be real, and I'm not doing this so I can just keep putting content out all the time. So if there are weeks where I haven't got anything interesting to film, or maybe I've been ill, lying on the beach, prefer that one, then I'll just put a little video out saying, hi guys, still alive, but yeah, sorry, I've been doing things that you're not going to just want to watch. So by keeping it real, I get the opportunity to meet people who watch my videos. I get the opportunity to pick up van jobs from people who watch my videos, and above all else, I just want to be showing van life and my lifestyle, our lifestyle, yes, the way it really is. So without further ado, I'm now going to go and do the brakes and the wheel bearings on the trailer and get this trailer rolling. Well, hello. Today is beautiful. The sun is shining, the sky is blue. That means only one thing: the trailer is going to be back together and rolling on the road tonight. Let me show you where I'm at so far. Brakes are all stripped down, all refurbished, all nicely painted, ready for the new wheel bearings, the new brake shoes which haven't come yet, so I'm going to be putting the old ones back on temporarily till the new ones come, because that could be next week. And dun-dun-dun, nice new sign writing on both sides. So this weather is great news because it means I can really crack on, because next weekend is Camp Quirky and I've got to be ready for that. Let's get a move on. This weather is just absolutely beautiful. Am I in the right country? So I've talked about bearings quite a lot, so I thought I probably ought to show you what bearings actually are and how we put them in very briefly. So here you go. So these are bearings, roller bearings I think they're called, and basically you've got the shaft which is on the axle, goes through there, this goes in the hub, and it allows you to spin nice and freely. So these shells have to go into the actual hub itself. I'm not too sure what the official way of doing this is, but I'm just gently tapping them in and it seems to be working. So I know you can use a press to press them in, but tapping them in seems to be good, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. And there it is, nicely in. And now we'll do the same for the outer shell. There we go, as you can see, another nice new bearing. This is in the outer one, so there's one on the inside and one on the outside, which basically means that this can roll nicely balanced and smooth. There we go, that's the outer one in as well. Now I'm not certain if tapping them in like this is actually the official way of doing it, but it does seem to work okay, and I think the important bit is as long as I don't score the insides of them, I don't damage them at all, and they're in there nicely, I think we're good to go. So I've just got to do this now for the other 3 hubs, and then we can grease the bearings up and fit them to the trailer. Exciting times! Greasing up the bearings, this is going to be a delightful, messy little task. Oh yes. Who's first? So, basically I'm going to pack the bearing out with grease. Looks like caramel. Doesn't smell like caramel. It's all about that grease, I just like get my hands dirty. I don't normally wear gloves, but when you're living in a van, getting your hands clean from the severe gunk of grease can be not fun. Now to move the camera without getting it covered in grease. Good morning. It is a beautiful day, which means one thing: I'm going to be fitting the tow bar to the Luton. So I've had to make a 3-foot extension for the tow bar so that it clears the cycle carrier and the tail lift. It's all good. I'm now going to fit it. This is the beast in question. There we go. 3-foot extension for the tow bar. So down there is where it bolts to the Luton chassis, and then on the end there is where the tow ball will be bolted to. Let's get this done. There we are, fitted in place. Just got to put the nuts on and bolt that up. The jack is just there to help me lift it because it's a pretty heavy beast. And then I can bolt the tow bar on and do the electrics. Good progress. What an extension of this size effectively allows me to do is tow the trailer with the bike on the back already. And if the bike isn't on the back, I'll be able to open the tail lift with the trailer attached to the van. So best of both worlds, really. If I really don't want to carry anything and I want to take the tow bar off, it is detachable. That noisy little thing over there is looking for his frisbee. That's what that's all about. There we go, a beautifully fitted tow bar and working electrics, all tested and all good. The fitting of the tow bar electrics actually went really well. It was simply a case of find the wiring loom that ran to the back of the Luton, consult the manual with the circuit diagrams so I could find out what colour wires are for which lamps, and I spliced into them, soldered, etc, and it's all good, it all works, and it's all tested. So now I am just giving a full service to the Luton. Now obviously engine oil is crucial. That's being changed. I change that every 5,000 miles. Also, I am doing the rear differential. People forget about the differentials and the gearboxes on vehicles, it seems. It's as important as your engine oil. I change my gearbox oil probably every 10,000 miles. That's why it's still a good gearbox. Same with my differential. Changing these oils makes a big difference to your fuel economy as well as the length of the life of the... I'm really wording this badly, aren't I? The longevity, there you go, there's a big word, of the components. So I'm getting this done, and that'll be me good for another 5,000 miles. Okay, so all of you guys who thought my idea of catching rainwater in the kayak was a great plan, it was until I came to change the filter and realised I've got no shut-off valve for it and the kayak was full of water. I've just had about 20 litres of water come out on my floor. I caught probably the other 50 in saucepans. I've now got a flooded van. Oops. Now, obviously this was an epic fail in epic proportions, and it seems that the rain is going to get in my van one way or another. If it doesn't come through the roof, it's going to come from the roof, through the wall, into my kitchen cupboard and flood the van. I've actually got water pouring out from under the van at the moment, so the van is drenched. It will sort it, it'll dry, it's water. You know, it could have been a lot worse. I'm not going to cry over spilt water, ho ho. What I have done though is I've modified my system. I've now replaced the filter with a shut-off valve, and outside where the shut-off valve was, I've put a new filter in line. Yes, I could have done this in the first place and avoided the flood. I could completely have ignored this and not put it in the video, but I want to show you guys that sometimes I do cock things up completely. We live and learn, and a lot of it is trial and error, so keeping it real, I'm going for a paddle. I'll catch you in a bit. After the drama of the water leak from the kayak, we are starting... Sorry, am I boring you? As I was saying, after the drama of the kayak leaking into the kitchen, well, in ridiculous proportions, the van is starting to dry out now, thankfully. So it's all good, and lesson learned. What are you doing? Mwah, you lovely. My friend here is not coming to Camp Quirky. He can't come because, well, technically he's a dog, and there's no more room for dogs, as I mentioned. And there'd be too many people for him anyway, so it's not really a bad thing. I've now got to clean the van ready for Camp Quirky. This could take a while. I did start last night. I did the washing up. That's a pretty good start. So, for those of you at Camp Quirky, please do come and say hello. I will be doing some talks in the TP on Sunday at 12 o'clock about van conversions, answering questions, etc, etc. So please do come along for that. And for everybody else, I will see you in the next video, and you'll see all about Quirky. Until then, see you soon. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like more information on how you can help support us and keep our videos coming, then please do check out our Patreon page. There's also a lot more information and our blog on beyondthevan.com. See you soon.